2021 will always be a year to remember for Nighthawk women's basketball. Not because of the challenges the team faced, but rather how the team overcame adversity to find success together. With 3 returning sophomores and 10 fresh faces, Coach Marvin Moody's Nighthawk women discovered that their biggest strength came from within.
Your final score, the Nighthawks win 110-66. As time expires, it's the first conference win of the season for National Park College.
Beating Southwark on the road on Thursday. You ended a 4-game losing streak. You got your first conference win of the season. What was that bus ride home like? Finally getting over that hump. How does that feel?
I mean, it feels great. We were all very happy because we know how much that game would have cost us in the end. So to win that game, it was very big for us.
Under 20 seconds left. They're going to back off. National Park's going to win this basketball game. They erased a double-digit deficit. Came back in the fourth, and they're going to win it. Your final score, Nighthawks 80, Lady Colts 74. That's the end of the ball game. National Park College is victorious for the second time in a row. 71-58, the Nighthawks win.
For some, becoming a Nighthawk meant a second chance at playing the game they loved.
I really didn't think I was going to be playing college basketball, but it was kind of like a last-minute thing. I talked to my coach. She got me on this app, and after talking to different coaches, I talked to Moody, and it was the right fit. Like, he talked to me saying how the program was good, how he was going to work with me to improve my skill, and saw that I had potential.
Actually, in high school, I fell out of basketball a little bit, and so I started just focusing on myself. And then when at the end of the school year, I kind of wanted to start back playing. So Moody, he offered me, as long as I work hard and stuff like that, he offered me, and I took that offer to come back and play basketball.
I was looking to go to other colleges, and then I just gave it up, and I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. So then I joined the military, and I came home for Christmas break, and he called me and he was like, hey, we have a spot, you can come on if you want to. And I was like, yeah, I think I want to play again. So I came, and I'm here.
When I came here to visit, I just felt like I had, something was telling me just to come here more than Champion was, and I just felt like Marvin was the right coach to, get me to the next level and, just improve my game way better than it is now.
For others, hitting the court this season was about something greater than themselves.
What motivated you to walk back into these doors?
Definitely my cousins. Knowing that they aren't able to do or finish out what they wanted to do or had the heart to do, it's definitely why I'm still here. Losing them, it just it pushed me, it really did. It just pushed me to do what I know that I can do and know what they would want me to do, and that's finishing out my career and making everyone proud like I've been doing. So that definitely, there for a minute it did do I want to play? Can I still play? But then, after a moment I was like, I have to. This is something I have to do for them.
I think one of the biggest things was what happened in the off season. I became a parent, and there was a lot of judgment and a lot of, oh, she'll never be able to do it. And becoming a parent now, I want my child to believe that if he puts his mind and his heart into anything, then he can do it himself. And so coming back, it's just to basically say you can do anything that you put your mind to and what you believe in. And so it's really just to set an example.
Over the past 70 days, game by game, the Nighthawks have grown, not only as athletes, but as leaders.
What is the Nighthawk women going to bring to the table this year?
Heart. Definitely heart. A lot of heart and drive. They really just want to get better. They want to be better. So I think that'll go a long way, especially with them being really young. I'm fine with heart. If you got heart and want to and desire to get better and do better, then, that's one thing I'm really excited about with them.
I think we have a lot of diversity on the team in the sense of you know, we're all from different places. We've never really played together outside of me and Monty and me and Jasmine. Playing with Jasmine is just like a flashback to high school, really. I mean, we were on the court 24/7 together, and then with Monty, you know, we had AAU Bowl and then all of last year. With the new faces, I think that once we find our rhythm, when we find our motion, I think we're going to do great.
Like, whenever we start getting momentum, we just keep going up and up and up, and we just don't stop.
I think we just kept getting better as a team each game, and we finally got where we needed to be to really get that win. And hopefully from now to, you know, a few more games to the end of the season, we can just keep that up and keep the winning going.
And when the going got tough, the Nighthawks got tougher.
You know, when he calls timeout or we like have time, maybe even, you know, I just talk to them and tell them to keep their heads up, and you know, we're like, it's never over. Like, we have like a long time, like we have it. We just got to keep hustling. And I just keep encouraging them. Like, I don't, you know, talk down and like hold my head down, because I feel like I'm one of the leaders on the team, and if I hold my head down, then everybody else will hold their head down. So I have to just keep encouraging everybody so we can just keep going and keep playing our hardest until the time ends.
Well, just try to be encouraging and just keep positive attitude all the time, even if we're down and we want to make it back up. You know, we can't get down. We have to just keep being positive and working our way back up. And I think we kind of started off rough, but I think we've really gotten in the groove now, and we're really working as a team now. And so just keeping that positive attitude is really what.
Tonight, the Nighthawks face their toughest test yet, the NJCAA Region II tournament. Against a familiar opponent, will history be made tonight in the Kettle? The postseason is here, and it's win or go home. This is National Park Nighthawks basketball.
Favre dashes inside, puts up a shot.
Oh my goodness! We're tied!
Are you kidding me? 1:38 to play! 4 on the shot clock. Honey's gonna have to drive in and make a play. In traffic, threads the needle, and it's in! Imani Honey, a big play. Deep, Devia, long 3 at the buzzer. The National Park Nighthawk women have knocked off the #1 team in the country. Down goes #1 Arlington Baptist. The Nighthawks win! Live from Oaklawn Foundation Gymnasium in the Kettle on the campus of National Park College in Hot Springs. This is National Park Nighthawks basketball on XZero Sports, the next generation of Arkansas sports. Good evening, Nighthawk Nation. I'm Mark Oliver, glad to have you with us tonight for postseason basketball here in the Kettle for the first time in National Park Nighthawks history. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the following sponsors: Allen Tillery Auto Group, Allen Tillery Chevy Buick GMC in Hot Springs. Also by Tillery's Towing, cheering on the Nighthawks this season. First Security Bank proudly sponsors Nighthawk Athletics in 2021. And CHI St. Vincent, cheering on the Nighthawks in the Region II tournament. After a 70-day journey, the Nighthawk women have reached the postseason. With a 5-11 season record and a 3-7 record in Region II play, NPC secured the 4th seed after a coin flip broke a stalemate with the University of Arkansas Cossatot. Tonight, they'll play host to that very same Lady Colts team, which NPC defeated just 11 days ago. Here in the Kettle, 80-74. It'll be the 3rd meeting between the two teams this season, with Cossatot winning the first round back on March 6th, 66-59. In each battle, it was the home team that came out on top, and the Nighthawk women are looking to not only win the first home playoff game in NPC history, but to advance to the Region II tournament semifinals against ASU Mid-South next week. In front of a packed house here in the Kettle, it's tournament time. The Nighthawks and the Lady Colts go to battle next. This is National Park Nighthawks basketball on XZeroSports.com.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home. We're proud to be your community bank.
Success comes with many challenges. At National Park College, we've created programs that provide the tools to meet those challenges. Experience a university atmosphere at half the cost. Visit np.edu today and find your path.
Each day in Arkansas, many athletes and coaches are overcoming the odds and accomplishing great things in their communities. Whether it's a prestigious award, excellent community service, or overcoming a personal challenge. XZero Sports wants to recognize the brightest stars in Arkansas by sharing their stories online for the world to enjoy. We call these people XZero Heroes, and we believe their stories should be shared with the world. Nominate your XZero hero today by visiting us at XZeroSports.com.
Live from Oaklawn Foundation Gymnasium here in the Kettle, the campus of National Park College. I'm Mark Oliver. Thanks for tuning into tonight's game. It is the first round of the NJCAA Region II tournament. The National Park Nighthawk women face off against the Lady Colts of the University of Arkansas Cossatot. The Nighthawks will be playing their first home playoff game in school history tonight, and they did so based on a coin flip between these two teams, who finished in a virtual tie for 4th and 5th place in the Region II conference. And it came down to not only their conference record, but their record against the other teams in the conference, which they tied, and eventually coming down to a coin flip, which National Park College won. And they're looking to make a little school history tonight as they search for their first Region II tournament win in school history. The University of Arkansas Cossatot is 4-10 on the season. They're on a 4-game losing streak. They're 1-6 on the road, but they love to attack from three-point range, and they're a dangerous team when they get red hot. They defeated National Park College back in DeQueen on March 6th, 66-59, before the Nighthawks exacted a little bit of revenge back here on March 22nd in the Kettle, winning that decision 80-74. National Park is 5-11 on the year. They've most recently dropped a heartbreaker on the road to ASU Mid-South to close out the regular season. The Nighthawks averaged 63.8 points per game, 21.3 rebounds per game, 6.7 assists per game, while shooting 35% from the floor, 30% from three-point range, and 65% from the charity stripe. They're led by Amani Honey, 13.8 points per game, also leads the team in rebounds, assists, and steals. And the Nighthawks looking to steal away a big Region II tournament win, setting up a semifinals date later next week. ASU Mid-South awaits the winner of tonight's contest. We're glad you're with us on the broadcast. If you're watching, let us know where you're watching from, who you're excited to see. Doesn't matter if you're a Nighthawk fan, a Lady Colt fan, or just a basketball fan. Let's have some fun tonight. Here's the opening tip-off, and it is controlled by National Park College. Jade Vavra into the front court, and here we go. Postseason basketball underway here in the Kettle. Your starting lineups for the National Park Nighthawks: 00 India Atkins, number 2 Amani Honey, number 3 Sierra Trotter, number 11 Liliana Fehrenbacher, and number 25 Jade Vavra. A turnover on the first possession of the ball game. That's going to give things over to Cossatot, looking to light up the scoreboard for the first time tonight. Kiera Jackson will make her way across the floor for the Lady Colts. Has it stripped away, and it's going to be picked up by Sierra Trotter. Trotter floats it into Amani Honey in the front court. Out on the wing, Jade Vavra pulls up for 3. Off the mark, no good. It won't fall. Rebound, Lady Colts. Still no score. 9:11 to play here in the first quarter. One team's season will come to an end tonight. Jasmine Ellison on the wing, guarded by Jade Vavra. A minute through the first quarter, still no score. With 6 on the shot clock, Jackson drives to the hoop, and Cossatot will strike first tonight. 2 points for Kiera Jackson. Nighthawks on the attack, coming the other way. Amani Honey looking to even things up with 8:39 to play. Trotter and Atkins trade the rock up high. Fehrenbacher in the middle. Honey tries to dash in, feeds India Atkins, who puts up a pretty shot for 2. Tie game on that bucket from Atkins. 8:23 to play here in the first quarter. Jackson guarded by Trotter up high. Floated out to Ellison on the wing, in and out for 3. Picked up by Fehrenbacher. Red stays with it. Here's Amani Honey. Honey looking to give NPC its first lead of the ball game. Here's Atkins for 3. Off the mark, won't go, and it's out of bounds. Back to Cossatot, all tied at 2. 8 minutes remaining here in the first. Kiera Jackson trots across the timeline. She'll meet Sierra Trotter. Floated out to Michaela Scott. She's dangerous from above the perimeter, as we saw just 11 days ago. Down low, that one's knocked away. It's going to be out of bounds, but great job by Fehrenbacher providing the defense near the baseline. 7:36 to play here in the first quarter. All tied at 2. We'll see our first substitution check in for NPC. It's Katie Walthall. The sophomore sensation from Little Rock checks in here in the early go. Quick floater here, in and out, no good. Picked up by Jade Vavra. Vavra dashes inside for NPC. Honey off a screen, out to Vavra for 3. It won't go. Walthall fights for a rebound, tips it to Atkins, who fires, won't go. Walthall loses the rock, and it's picked up by Jackson. Here come the Lady Colts. 7:10 to play. Michaela Scott, front and center, and that one is in for 3. 3-point Cossatot lead. It's 5-2. Liliana Fehrenbacher finishing down low to cut the lead to 1. Cossatot's Michaela Scott with the rock here. She had 6 trays in the last meeting between these two teams here in the Kettle. The Nighthawks held on to win that contest by 6 points. 6:32 to play here in the first. It's a 1-point ball game. Driving in is Ellison. It's knocked away. It's headed back to the home team. Nighthawk rock. A couple of Nighthawks will check their shoes. And we're ready for basketball here in the Kettle. 6:23 and counting here in the opening act in Hot Springs. Honey dishes out to Walthall on the wing, threads it, and it's taken away by Michaela Scott. Coming the other way are the Lady Colts. Scott looking to finish hard. She's fouled. That's the first foul of tonight's ball game. It's against India Atkins of NPC. Headed to the line is Scott, shooting 2. Clock stopped at 6:09. Scott misses the first one. Second free throw is good for Michaela Scott. 4 points in tonight's contest for Scott. It's a 6-4 lead for the Lady Colts. 6:02 remaining here in the first quarter. Here's Amani Honey. Looking for space. 15 on the shot clock. Honey, pressured, gets it away to India Atkins. Atkins kicked out. Fehrenbacher, baseline. Atkins finds space but can't knock it down. Rebound goes to Jefferson. Here come the Lady Colts. We have a reach-in foul, and this one's going to be against NPC. Fouls against Katie Walthall, her first personal. Second team foul for NPC. Jackson to inbound. She finds LaQuisha Clark. Clark rounding the arc, nowhere to go. Inside. Here's Brooks. In traffic, guarded heavily by Fehrenbacher. She'll dish it back out, nearly taken away by Walthall. Great defense from Katie. Down to the hoop, a foul. 2 more free throws coming up for UA Cossatot, and that's 2 quick ones on Katie Walthall. At the line is Kiera Jackson. She has 2 points in tonight's contest already, looking to add to that lead here. First free throw is good. One more coming for Kiera Jackson. Two for 2. And the Lady Colts have doubled up the Nighthawks here in the first. 5:18 to play. So Walthall will sit with 2 fouls. Here comes Kyra Hargrove. And the Nighthawks are on the attack, looking to cut into the early deficit. Dished out. That one is last touched by a Lady Colt. Inbounding is Vavra. 5:08 to play. India Atkins to Hargrove and Honey. Working the middle against LaQuisha Clark. Honey drives to the hoop. Can't get it. A little bit short, and it's picked up by Clark. Coming the other way, the Lady Colts. Clark dished out. Long three attempt won't go. Brooks sky high. Her shot won't go. Here's the third attempt coming up, and that's a long three off the mark. 3 shots, no buckets for the Lady Colts. Nighthawks in a spin move by Atkins off the rim. It's saved by Fehrenbacher. It stays with NPC. Atkins on the wing. Driving in down low. Kissed it off the glass for 2. 4 points for India Atkins here in the first, and it's a 2-point ball game. 4:13 and counting here in the first quarter. Back and forth we go. Kiera Jackson hands off to Clark. 4 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Scott knocks that one inside to Brooks, and Kaylee Brooks is on the board for 2. Cossatot is the first to double digits today. It's a 10-6 lead. 3:47 and counting here in the first. The Nighthawks will ready Essiana Bennett to check in momentarily. Honey at the baseline. That one's knocked out. It stays with the home team. Bennett's in the game. In for Fehrenbacher. We'll also see Kaylin Cheney for Cossatot. Imani Honey at the baseline to bring this in. Needs an opening. And we've got a 5-second call. That's going to turn it over to Cossatot. Great defense by the Lady Colts to prevent the inbound pass. 10-6, Lady Colts. 3:32 to play. Scott guarded by Hargrove. They'll set up Cheney on the wing. No space for a shot. Knocked out by Hargrove. She's out of bounds. Clock stopped at 3:18. 9 on the shot clock. It's the Lady Colts inbound. Long three. Off the mark, no good. They're chasing for it. Atkins is going to save it. Here comes Jade Vavra. Nighthawks on the run into the front court. Atkins in traffic. Here's Vavra from the wing. Off the mark, no good. Honey's there to save the day. Honey feeds Hargrove up high. 15 on the shot clock. Honey drives in, looking for a whistle. She's got it. Imani Honey headed to the free throw line. She'll shoot 2. First free throw is good for Imani Honey. Two for 2. Imani Honey pulls the Nighthawks within 2 with 2:47 to play. Michaela Scott over to Cheney on the wing. Long three. Off the mark. Won't go. The threes have not really been falling for Cossatot. That one banks in, and that'll help boost the lead to 5. Big bucket there by Kiera Jackson, who has 7 points here in the first. Vavra dished out. Hargrove wide open. Won't go. Rebound, Tree. And she's fouled down low. Looks like it's going to be on Kaylin Cheney. Instead, they will call it on number 22, Kaylee Brooks, her first personal. 2:15 to play in the first. Substitutions checking in. We'll see Jasmine Ellison and Anasia Jefferson for the Lady Colts. Honey inside has Vavra. Honey feeds Essiana Bennett down low, and it's up and it's in. Big bucket for Tree. Her first 2 points of the ball game. It's a 1-possession game. 2 minutes remaining in the first. LaQuisha Clark Here's Jackson to the hole, denied. Picked up by Ellison, blocked by Bennett, and it come up with it. Jade Vavra with the rock. Here's Imani Honey. Feeds it, and it's intercepted. Clark coming the other way, knocked away. Clark's going to stay with it. Bounce pass. Scott, and it's up, and it's in. A foul. Count the bucket for Jefferson. Her first 2 points of today's ball game. 90 seconds remaining here in the first. We'll see Sierra Trotter return to the floor, and she'll be joined by freshman Danielle Dickerson. And one opportunity coming up for Jefferson here. She's got it. Lead is 6. And here come the Nighthawks on the attack. Sierra Trotter across the timeline for NPC. Inside is Dickerson. Hargrove for 3. Just off the mark, no good. And the rebound goes to Clark. Lady Colts trying to pull away here in the first quarter. As we near the final minute here, there's going to be a push foul, and that's going to be against Kyra Hargrove of NPC. And that's going to send UA Cossatot to the free throw line. Jefferson with 3 points already in tonight's contest. First one, no good. Looking to extend the lead to 7 points. Jefferson knocks it in. Nighthawks facing their biggest deficit of the ball game. Just under a minute to play here in the first. Too short at the rim. Trotter can't finish. And here come the Lady Colts. Jackson to Scott. Nighthawks guarding the perimeter well. 15 on the shot clock. Jefferson pulls up for a long 3, won't get it. There's Dickerson with the rebound. Here comes Nighthawk Nation. Trotter into the front court, lets her team catch up. There's Dickerson, one-on-one, a little bit too hard, gets her own board, puts that one up, no. Gets another chance here, it's out of bounds. No, it'll stay in, saved by Cossatot. Final shot of the first quarter coming up. Kiera Jackson and the Lady Colts with a 7-point lead. 10 seconds left. On the wing, Clark, long 3, it's in. And that's how the first quarter will come to a close here at National Park College. A 10-point lead for the Lady Colts of Cossatot. We'll take a break. National Park Nighthawks basketball is on XZeroSports.com.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home. We're proud to be your community bank.
Success comes with many challenges. At National Park College, we've created programs that provide the tools to meet those challenges. Experience a university atmosphere at half the cost. Visit np.edu today and find your path.
Each day in
Start of the second quarter here from National Park College in Hot Springs. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. Glad to have you with us. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're excited to see in tonight's Region II tournament showdown between the number 4 seed National Park College and the number 5 seed University of Arkansas, Cossatot. The Lady Colts jumped out to a 10-point lead, fueled on a buzzer-beater three-pointer by LaQuisha Clark to end the first quarter. And now they're going to try to extend here as Jefferson can't finish down low. Picked up by the Nighthawks. Vavra leading in the rebounding so far for NPC. Honey threads the needle. Saved by Fehrenbacher. Nope, it's out of bounds. 9:31 to play in the first half here in Hot Springs. Lady Colts with a double-digit lead. That one knocked away. It's going to stay with Cossatot. Clock stopped at 9:22. Checking in Kaylee Brooks. Kiera Jackson as well. Kiera Jackson with 7 points for Cossatot, helping set the pace for that first quarter lead. Scott inbounds. Tipped up by Vavra. Controlled by Vavra. And now a backcourt violation. It's going to go right back to the Lady Colts. Nighthawks have had some good opportunities defensively, but turnovers have been costly so far. Jackson will inbound for the Lady Colts. Bounce pass inside, Michaela Scott. Here we go. 9:15 to play in the first half. Scott out on the wing, pursued by Atkins and Honey. Front and center's Jackson. Jackson, the window closes. Drive in the baseline, kicked out. Jasmine Ellison, it won't go. Taken away by Liliana Fehrenbacher. It's going to be Nighthawk Rock on a jump ball. Looks like they're going to call a foul on the play on Jasmine Ellison of Cossatot, her first. The Nighthawks have some room to go here if they're going to claw back into this one. We've got a foul here. Another foul here on Jasmine Ellison. That's 2 quick ones. Just 7 players on the Lady Colts roster tonight, and fouls could be a thing as we get into the later stages of this one. Inside is India Atkins for NPC. 8:43 to play here in the first half. The Nighthawks trail by 10. Here's Atkins off the glass and in for 2, leading the Nighthawks tonight with 6 points. Long 3 by LaQuisha Clark. She'll drain that one. It's her second tray of the game. 6 points for LaQuisha Clark. The lead is 11. Nighthawks looking for a spark here. Trotter nowhere to go. Here's Honey on the wing, driving in. Fehrenbacher stolen away by Scott. Here comes Cossatot. 8 minutes remaining in the first half. Out on the wing is Clark. She's been dangerous from the perimeter so far in this one. Jefferson up high, threading the needle is Brooks. Kaylee Brooks turns and traffic won't go. Fehrenbacher tips it to Honey. Here come the Nighthawks. Floater down low. Honey off the rim. No, won't go. She'll get her own rebound. Over to Vavra. Wheels it back to Honey. 15 on the shot clock. Down low looking for Fehrenbacher. It's going to be out of bounds back to Cossatot. Substitution checking in. Essiana Bennett for NPC. Scott to Jackson. And here comes the pressure defense from National Park College. Jackson on the inside. Finds Brooks. Nowhere to go. There's a collision as Jade Vavra makes contact. First personal against Vavra tonight. First team foul for NPC here in the second quarter. Clock stopped at 7:12. Jackson will inbound. LaQuisha Clark backed up all the way to the timeline. Lady Colts on the move. Jackson to the hoop, won't go. Saved by Brooks. Loses the ball down low. We've got a jump ball here. It's going to be National Park basketball. 7:02 to play here in the first half. The Nighthawks just 4 field goals in this one. 5 field goals, 3 of them belonging to India Atkins. Here's Essiana Bennett. Trotter, stutter step, drives in, little shovel pass, won't go. Bennett fires, and it won't go. Saved by Sierra Trotter. Honey. And it's taken away. Here's Anasia Jefferson. Jefferson looking to go coast to coast. She's fouled. Jefferson is headed to the hoop, shooting 2. She is 2 of 3 from the charity stripe tonight. 4 points for Jefferson. The foul is on Essiana Bennett. First personal on Bennett. Honey will take a seat as Kyra Hargrove checks in. At the line is Jefferson with 6:28 to play. First free throw is good. The Lady Colts have doubled up the Nighthawks yet again, this time by 12. Jefferson will knock them both in. 6 points tonight for Jefferson. The lead is 13. On the inside is Essiana Bennett. Inside to Trotter. She's got to back out. Hargrove front and center. Driving in traffic, won't go. Kira Jackson has another big rebound. There's a steal attempt by Atkins, won't go. Cossatot rock, 6:02 to play. Scott for 3. In and out, no good. Saved by the tree. Here's Vavra. Across the timeline of the Nighthawks. 5:51 to play. Trotter to Vavra. A long floater, but it's off the mark, no good. Rebound Jefferson. Here comes Cossatot. .535 remaining in the second quarter. Out of bounds, Nighthawk rock. We'll see Jasmine Keener hit the floor for the first time tonight. The former Lady Knight of Center Point. Represents one of the stronger three-point shooting members of this Nighthawk team. And Coach Moody knows, down by 13. And with no trays yet tonight, they need a spark. Keener can't hit hers. Rebound Scott. Loses her dribble. She'll find Jefferson in the front court, 5:10 to play. Bennett knocks that one out of bounds. Timeout on the floor, UA Cossatot. We'll take it with them. 5:08 remaining in the first half. It's National Park Nighthawks basketball on XZeroSports.com. Back here in Hot Springs, it's the NJCAA Region II tournament. One team will move on to the semifinals to face ASU Mid-South next week. Glad to have you with us. I'm Mark Oliver. 5:08 to play here in the first half in Hot Springs. Cossatot enjoying a comfortable lead here in the first half. Here come the Nighthawks midway through the second quarter, where NPC has only managed just 2 points. It's been a 5-2 run for Cossatot here in the second frame. The shots not really falling. As Hargrove dishes that one out to Vavra. That one is on the mark, and the Nighthawks have their first tray of the ball game. That'll pull the Nighthawks back within 10. 4:27 to play. Jackson drives to the hoop. She's denied, and the foul is on Essiana Bennett. Her second, and that sends Cossatot back to the free throw line. Kiera Jackson is 2 for 2 with 7 points in tonight's contest, leading all scorers tonight. First free throw is good. Jackson knocks them both down. 9 points tonight for that Lady Colt. The lead is back to 12. 4:15 to play here in the first half. The Nighthawks have a plethora of key three-point shooters on the floor in Hargrove, Keener, and Vavra. Atkins and Dickerson can drive to paint if needed. There's a reach-in foul down low. That's on Kaylee Brooks. Second on Brooks tonight. The Nighthawks will take it at the baseline. India Atkins to bring it in. Inside is Vavra. Just under 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Dickerson, one-on-one. Turns, fires too hard. Keener fighting for a rebound. It's out of bounds. National Park basketball here. The officials are going to talk it over and see if the shot clock needs to be restarted here. They will not. So 6 seconds on the shot clock. Inside is Vavra. They'll have to make quick work here. Atkins drives, fires a laser. And the shot clock violation will send things back to Cossatot. 3:40 remaining in the second quarter. Cossatot to inbound. Here's Michaela Scott. India Atkins is right there with the pressure. .330 to play. Scott takes it. Does not make it. Here's Jasmine Ellison for two. First points of the ball game for Ellison. The lead is 14. Hargrove dashes inside. Turns in traffic. A floater. No. And the shots just aren't falling for NPC here in the second quarter. Out on the wing, Jefferson. Long three. Off the mark, no good. Dickerson is fouled by Brooks, who picks up her third. .302 to play here in the first half. Checking in for Brooks will be LaQuisha Clark. Nighthawks facing an uphill battle as we near the halftime point of tonight's ball game. Atkins stays with it, out on the wing. Floats one up, a little bit too hard there. Rebound picked up by Jasmine Keener. Puts up a prayer, won't go. Saved by the Lady Colts. There's Jackson. Jackson dashes into the front court. Pursued by Vavra. Baseline and a blocking foul. That's Jade Vavra's second of tonight's game. .230 remaining. Jackson will inbound. Inside, Ellison chases it down along the baseline. Nighthawks playing tight man coverage here, 2:17 to play. Out to Jefferson, long three. Won't go. Atkins secures the loose ball, and here come the Nighthawks. Atkins into the front court, a reach-in foul. That's going to stop the momentum. And we've got free throws coming up for National Park College. There'll be India Atkins at the charity stripe. Atkins leads NPC in scoring tonight with 6 points. First free throw is good. Atkins and the Nighthawks looking to chip away at this deficit here, now down to 13 points. Second basket, no good. Picked up by Clark. Here come the Lady Colts. 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Cossatot content with killing the clock here.
as Jefferson will be fouled as she'll head to the free throw line. It's going to be on Danielle Dickerson of NPC, her first. At the line is Anasia Jefferson. First free throw won't go. Jefferson now 4 of 5. She'll make the second one. And Cossatot will reach 30. We've got a timeout on the floor. Coach Marvin Moody wants a moment with his women. We'll take it with him. 1:45 to play in the first half. The Nighthawks trail by 14. It's National Park Nighthawk basketball on XZeroSports.com.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home. We're proud to be your community bank.
30-16, the Lady Colts leading. 1:45 remaining in the first half here in Hot Springs. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. Glad to have you with us tonight. National Park College, they've been here before. They faced a deficit the last time these two teams played, double digits, came back on shots just like that from India Atkins to pull out the win, but they've got a long way to go here. 9 points for India Atkins in tonight's contest. The lead is 12. 1:17 to play. Jefferson, a contested three. She'll make it. 10 points tonight for Anasia Jefferson. 33-18 as we approach the final minute of the first half in this Region II tournament game. Here's Atkins to the hole. Won't get it. Ellison with the rock. .45 seconds remaining as Keener applies pressure. Timeout UA Cossatot. We'll take a quick break. We're right back after this. 44 seconds left here in the first half. It's Nighthawk basketball on XZeroSports.com.
Each day in Arkansas, many athletes and coaches are overcoming the odds and accomplishing great things in their communities. Whether it's a prestigious award, excellent community service, or overcoming a personal challenge. XZero Sports wants to recognize the brightest stars in Arkansas by sharing their stories online for the world to enjoy. We call these people XZero Heroes, and we believe their stories should be shared with the world. Nominate your XZero hero today by visiting us at XZeroSports.com.
44.3 seconds left here in the first half in Hot Springs. Region II tournament action here on XZero Sports. The Lady Colts of UA Cossatot enjoying a 15-point lead here in the first half. Michaela Scott front and center, 5 on the shot clock. Here's a floater down low. Jefferson can't get it. Foul over the back. LaQuisha Clark will be signaled with the personal, and that's going to send Nighthawk Nation to the charity stripe. So 2 shots are coming up for Kyra Hargrove of NPC. Hargrove is looking for her first points of tonight's contest. A freshman from Perryville stands at the line. First free throw is good for Kyra. She's on the board for the first time tonight. Two for two. The lead is 13. Cossatot is able to hold for the final shot if they choose to. Long three by Jefferson. Off the rim, no good. Picked up by Hargrove. Here come the Nighthawks. Lost the ball. Ellison fires a half-court shot. Here's Hargrove. Another opportunity for NPC. Cross court to Keener. Knocked out of bounds. It'll be NPC basketball with 4.2 seconds left. Let's see what Jasmine Keener and the Nighthawks draw up here. Inside, Vavra. 3 seconds left. Out of bounds. Nighthawk basketball. 1.2 remaining in the first half. Time for an old-fashioned buzzer beater. They'll stay with the Lady Colts, it looks like. And they'll just inbound and a half-court heave. We've reached halftime here in Hot Springs, 33-20. The Lady Colts lead. We're back after this. It's National Park Nighthawk basketball on XZeroSports.com.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home. We're proud to be your community bank.
Success comes with many challenges. At National Park College, we've created programs that provide the tools to meet those challenges. Experience a university atmosphere at half the cost. Visit np.edu today and find your path.
Each day in Arkansas, many athletes and coaches are overcoming the odds and accomplishing great things in their communities. Whether it's a prestigious award, excellent community service, or overcoming a personal challenge. XZero Sports wants to recognize the brightest stars in Arkansas by sharing their stories online for the world to enjoy. We call these people XZero Heroes, and we believe their stories should be shared with the world. Nominate your XZero hero today by visiting us at XZeroSports.com.
Halftime here in Hot Springs. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. NJCAA Region II tournament underway tonight. National Park College, of course, playing against the Lady Colts of UA Cossatot. Across the state, it's Southwark over at SAU Tech tonight over in Camden. Short drive from El Dorado over to Camden in this first round of the Region II tournament. And while we have a moment, let's take a look at that tournament and see what it looks like tonight. The winner of tonight's game heads up the road to ASU Mid-South in West Memphis on April 6th. That's Tuesday at 6 p.m. in West Memphis. National Park hopes to keep its season alive. And in order to do so, they will need to overcome a 13-point deficit here at the half. In the first half, leading things for National Park College, India Atkins, 9 points for the freshman, 3 for Jade Vavra, and then 2 points apiece for Imani Honey, Kyra Hargrove, Liliana Fehrenbacher, and Essiana Bennett. A little bit more success on the scoreboard for Cossatot tonight. They're led by Anasia Jefferson, 10 points for her, 9 for Kiara Jackson, 6 for LaQuisha Clark, 4 for Michaela Scott, and 2 points apiece for Jasmine Ellison and Kaylee Brooks. Few things that stand out in this one, of course, are the three-pointers. Cossatot's hit 5. NPC has hit only 1. It'll go a long way to help NPC claw back into this thing if they can find their tray game. Jade Vavra hit the first tray for NPC, the only tray, back early in the second quarter. Now, as we mentioned before, these two teams played just 11 days ago right here in the Kettle. In the season series, it's been the home team that's always come out victorious. And back on March 22nd, it was the Nighthawks who came away victorious after trailing by as many as double digits in the third quarter. A big fourth quarter comeback fueled the Nighthawks to a 6-point win. We've seen this many times this season. We've seen the NPC Nighthawks get down going into the second half and then have a third and fourth quarter to remember. We're looking for great things out of the leading scorers for this team. That's Imani Honey and India Atkins. Atkins already with 9 points, but it's been a quiet night for Imani Honey, who could be playing her final game as a National Park Nighthawk tonight. Future is very bright for number 2, who looks to continue her playing days at the next level. Once again, we'll show you the conference tournament bracket one more time. Cossatot and National Park battling it out for a trip to West Memphis on April 6th. And, of course, the championship game will be played a week from tonight for a chance to go to the NJCAA tournament. Nighthawks looking to make history tonight. Not only their first NJCAA Region II tournament win, but the first postseason game in NPC Nighthawk history being played here tonight. We've got a second half to remember coming up. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back for the start of the third quarter. The Nighthawks trail 33-20. This is National Park Nighthawk basketball on XZeroSports.com.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home. We're proud to be your community bank.
Success comes with many challenges. At National Park College, we've created programs that provide the tools to meet those challenges. Experience a university atmosphere at half the cost. Visit np.edu today and find your path.
Each day in Arkansas, many athletes and coaches are overcoming the odds and accomplishing great things in their communities. Whether it's a prestigious award, excellent community service, or overcoming a personal challenge. XZero Sports wants to recognize the brightest stars in Arkansas by sharing their stories online for the world to enjoy. We call these people XZero Heroes, and we believe their stories should be shared with the world. Nominate your XZero hero today by visiting us at xzerosports.com.
Halftime coming to a close here in Hot Springs. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. Before we start the third quarter, you know, there's a saying here at National Park College, once a Nighthawk, always a Nighthawk. I want to give a special congratulations to a former Nighthawk, and I don't know what they call little hurricanes, but we've got one, the newest Nighthawk fan, Jason Lane Strickland Jr. Congratulations to former Nighthawk Haley Crosby on becoming a mother yesterday, 7.6 pounds, 20 inches. Once a Nighthawk, always a Nighthawk. Can't wait to see Strickland Jr. in action in a Nighthawk uniform, Haley. You heard it here first. Just underway here in the third quarter in Hot Springs. The Nighthawks trail by 13. And to the hoop is Kiera Jackson for the first bucket of the second half. 11 points for Kiera Jackson in this one. The Nighthawks down by 15. Looking for a little second half magic here. Liliana Fehrenbacher stepped out of bounds, and that turnover sends things back to the Lady Colts. 9:19 to play in the third. Jackson on the inside. Here's the press defense from NPC. Ellison pursued by Imani Honey. Michaela Scott thought about a three, couldn't do it. On the inside is Anasia Jefferson. Here's Ellison. Unopposed at the hole for two. 4 points tonight for Jasmine Ellison. The lead is as big as it's been, 17. 8:45 to play here in the third. Here's Imani Honey. Eight on the shot clock for Sierra Trotter. Trotter drives in. That one won't go. Fehrenbacher can't reel it in. It's saved by Ellison. Cossatot on a 4-0 run to start the third quarter. Jackson thought about a three. Here's Jefferson for three. In and out, a heartbreaker. And it's saved by Michaela Scott. Trapped in the corner. Scott fires for three. Won't go. India Atkins. Fast break into the front court. Atkins loses the rock. It's picked up by Cossatot. Jackson has it. Coming the other way. 7:57 to play. Jefferson turns and fires for three. Won't go. Saved by Sierra Trotter. Knocked out of bounds. It'll be Nighthawk Rock with 7:50 to play. .745 and counting here in the third quarter. Here's Imani Honey. Atkins and Trotter up high on the perimeter with Jade Vavra. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Essiana Bennett. She's denied, and Cossatot comes up with the basketball. Ellison on the wing trades off with Kiera Jackson. 7:12 remaining in the third. Jackson fires a long three, and that one's nothing but net to double up the Nighthawks. It is a 7-0 run to start the third. 14 points for Kiera Jackson. Honey looking for anything to stop the bleeding. She can't. Bennett gets the rebound, and now there's a jump ball. Katie Walthall and Danielle Dickerson enter the fray for NPC. Be Nighthawk basketball. Nighthawks just looking for their first bucket of the third quarter. Reach-in foul is going to be on Michaela Scott. That's her first personal, team's first, here in the third quarter. Walthall fires down low, can't get it, picked up by Brooks. Brooks, cross court as Michaela Scott. Cossatot looking to extend on a 20-point lead. .630 to play in the third. 10 on the shot clock. Jackson on the perimeter. Here's Jefferson. Long three. Won't get it. Saved by Honey. Here come the Nighthawks. Honey's going to outspeed three Lady Colts. Dickerson puts up a prayer. Can't get it. This one's going back to Cossatot. The foul is on Danielle. Dickerson's going to pick up her second. Kyra Hargrove into the game for Katie Walthall. Six minutes remain in the third. LaQuisha Clark drives the wing, hands off to Scott. The Nighthawks have done well to keep her quiet on the perimeter tonight. Here's a shot from Scott. Off the rim, no good. Picked up by Jackson, and they'll get a reset. Here's Jefferson for three, and she is hot from beyond the arc. 13 points for Jefferson tonight. Here's Atkins with a three of her own, and it's good. We'll have a timeout on the floor. National Park College will take it with them. 43-23, Lady Colts. 5:26 to play in the third. It's National Park Nighthawk basketball on XZeroSports.com. 43-23, Lady Colts in command here in the third quarter. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. Glad to have you with us. NJCAA Region II tournament action here in Hot Springs. The Nighthawk men will be right here at home tomorrow, 2 p.m. They'll play host to the Pioneers of North Arkansas College. Tickets are still available. Check out Nighthawk Athletics on social media for your links on how to catch that game tomorrow here in the Kettle. But there's still a lot of basketball to be played in this one. Reach and foul is going to be on Jasmine Keener. That's her first. Clock stopped at 5:23. Michaela Scott on the wing. Kicked out, LaQuisha Clark in the corner. Honey with the pressure. Seven on the shot clock for Kiera Jackson. Jackson drives, going to have to force an opportunity from the free throw line, won't go. Brooks gets her own board. The putback is good. 4 points tonight for Kaylee Brooks. Here's Jasmine Keener, a long three. It's good. Keener's on the board for the first time tonight. Couple of threes for the Nighthawks, but there's an answer down low by Brooks. 6 points for Kaylee Brooks in this one. 47-26. 4:20 to play in the third. Honey drives down low. Finesse move. She'll draw a foul. Imani Honey headed to the charity stripe. Just 2 points tonight for the sophomore. She's 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 11 days ago, Honey put the team on her back. 10 points in the fourth quarter en route to a 25-point effort in the win. As Honey picks up point number 3 in tonight's ball game. Still a 20-point lead for the visiting Lady Colts. For Honey and the Hawks, every point matters. And she makes them both. 4:11 to play. Jackson across the timeline, pursued by Honey. Brooks dished out to Clark. Scott wide open for 3. Out of bounds. Nighthawk basketball, 4:02 to play. In the front court is India Atkins. Atkins to the hole. She'll fire behind the basket. And it'll stay with National Park. .352 remaining. Inside is Kyra Hargrove. Vavra reels in a long pass. 10 on the shot clock. Honey drives. A floater won't go. Fights for the ball. There's a jump ball. It's going to Cossatot. 3:34 remaining in the third. Jackson gets it inside to Jefferson. Pursued by a couple of Nighthawks. Finally into the front court. 3:27 to play. Michaela Scott on the wing for Cossatot. Out to Clark, 10 on the shot clock. Jefferson over 3 Nighthawks. She finishes for 2. 15 points for Anasia Jefferson. She leads all scorers. 2:57 to play here in the third quarter. Here's Hargrove, wide open for 3. It's in. 5 points tonight for Kyra Hargrove. The lead is 18. 2:40 to play. Michaela Scott fires a floater. That one's in for 2. 6 points tonight for Michaela Scott. Honey dished out to Keener. That three-pointer was tipped. Controlled by the Nighthawks. Honey looking to finish. Can't get it. Gets her own board. She'll try again. Count the bucket. There's a foul. Six points tonight for Amani Honey. She's 4 of 4 from the charity stripe. .2:14 remaining in the third. Honey's free throw is good. Cossatot to bring it in with 2:14 to play. Jackson finds Clark. And in the front court is Kaylin Cheney. A collision as Vavra went for a steal. She's back up. Clark for 3. Off the rim. Cheney with the board. The putback, no. Rebound to Hargrove in what has turned into a very physical third quarter. Out to Vavra on the wing. Honey. Atkins, front and center for 3. It's good! Her second tray of the third quarter. The Nighthawks looking to battle back. It's a 14-point game. 1:35 to play. .15 points for India Atkins tonight. 10 on the shot clock. Jackson trapped on the wing inside. Jefferson's going to have to make a shot. Third shot is the charm as Jefferson finally gets that one in. She's got 7 points just in the third quarter. Atkins down low, can't get it. 1 minute remaining in the third quarter. Reach and foul is going to be against Jade Vavra of NPC, her third. Timeout, National Park College. We'll take it with Coach Moody. 58.9 seconds remaining in the third. It's National Park Nighthawk basketball on XZeroSports.com.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home. We're proud to be your community bank.
.53-37 here in the third quarter of this NJCAA Region II Tournament Showdown. I'm Mark Oliver. The Nighthawks have started to heat up here in the third quarter. 4 3-pointers. After hitting just 1 in the entire first half. They've scored 17 so far here in the third. Going toe-to-toe with the Colts, but they still have a mountain to climb. The lead is 16 points for the visiting Lady Colts. They're looking for the upset. And also for a date with the Lady Greyhounds of Mid-South in the semifinals. LaQuisha Clark on the inside. Michaela Scott, a heartbreaker. And here comes India Atkins and the Nighthawks. Long 3 won't go. Picked up by the Colts coming the other way. 32 seconds left here in the third. Scott driving out on the wing. Stolen by Honey. Here comes Amani. To Vavra. Down low, a foul. That'll stop the clock. That's exactly what National Park is looking for. Vavra's headed to the free throw line. Jade just 3 points in tonight's contest. Looking to add to it here. Clock stopped at 13.9. First free throw, no good. Vavra hits number 2. Final shot of the third quarter coming up for Cossatot. 5 seconds left. Clark dashes in, floats it up, it's in. 2 buzzer beaters tonight for LaQuisha Clark, and that'll send Cossatot to a 55-38 lead headed into the final frame. One team season will come to a close in the next 10 minutes. We'll find out next, right here on XZero Sports.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas.
Back here in the Kettle, National Park College trailing, entering the fourth quarter, 55-38. Here come the Nighthawks. This team has been one of the most dangerous fourth quarter teams in the league. Starting with a 3 from Kyra Hargrove, won't go. Rebound, Keener, put back, good. Jasmine Keener, 5 points in tonight's contest as the Nighthawks look to battle back. And that one's out of bounds. Headed back to the home team. The lead is 15. On the floor for the Nighthawks, Keener, Atkins, Hargrove, Vavra, and Honey. The Nighthawks are looking for fourth quarter magic. In the corner is Amani Honey. Turns past 2 Lady Colts, can't finish. Rebound, Clark. Into the front court. Anasia Jefferson floats it for 2, won't go. Rebound, Honey. Imani into the front court. Honey from the free throw line, yes! 9 points for Honey. Looking for a steal, she traveled. Here come the opportunities for Nighthawk Nation. They'll have to capitalize. So far, so good. 8:56 to play. Nighthawk rock. Honey drives, looking for a whistle. A charge foul. First personal on Amani Honey tonight. Now the officials, I believe, are going to talk this thing over. Not sure if they're going to try to amend the call here. Cossatot basketball. Here's the trap. 8:43 to play. LaQuisha Clark. Jefferson, front and center. Anasia Jefferson from the free throw line, driving over 2 Nighthawks, can't get it. Brooks fires, no. Rebound, Imani Honey. Here's Hargrove. On the wing, Vavra and Keener. Atkins
Down low, count the bucket, there's a foul! What a night India Atkins is having, 17 points. She has an opportunity to bring this game within 10. It's a 6-0 run to start the fourth quarter for Nighthawk Nation. Atkins can't get it. Now a mismatch headed into the front court. Scott to Ellison. It's up. It won't go. Rebound Hargrove. Here come the Nighthawks. Honey for two. No. Loose ball. Down on the ground. Jump ball coming up. It's going to be Cossatot Rock. 7:55 to play. The Nighthawks are not done yet. Inside is LaQuisha Clark. Here's the pressure from Atkins. Jefferson. Bounce pass through the legs of Ellison. Timeout Cossatot. We'll take it with them. 7:48 to play. The Nighthawks are on the attack. 55-44. We're back after this. National Park Nighthawks basketball is on XZeroSports.com.
Each day in Arkansas, many athletes and coaches are overcoming the odds and accomplishing great things in their communities. Whether it's a prestigious award, excellent community service, or overcoming a personal challenge. XZero Sports wants to recognize the brightest stars in Arkansas by sharing their stories online for the world to enjoy. We call these people XZero Heroes, and we believe their stories should be shared with the world. Nominate your XZero hero today by visiting us at XZeroSports.com.
$55-44. The Nighthawks out to a 6-0 run to start the fourth quarter. They're trying to claw back into this thing. Trying to keep their season alive. Jasmine Keener on the wing for the home team. Driving in, down low, looking for a whistle, didn't get it. She's back up and running. Here come the Colts. Clark and Jackson, here's Ellison. Right on the near wing. Pressure from Vavra and Keener has Jackson backed away. 10 on the shot clock. Jackson drives to the hole. It's too hard. Rebound Jade Vavra. Nighthawks on the move. Vavra to Atkins for three. Too hard. Vavra saves it. The rebound, the putback. It's good. The Nighthawks are within 10. Looking for a steal. Knocked away. Stays with Clark. The Nighthawks getting back on defense here. A 9-point ball game. Jefferson fires, won't go. Travel. Nighthawk basketball. $55-46. The Nighthawk women control their own destiny with 6:15 to play. Out on the wing is Keener. Thought about a three. Inside, an errant pass. It's picked up by Jackson. It's been quite physical in this one. Kiera Jackson and the Lady Colts looking to tick those precious seconds away. Handoff, Michaela Scott, she's fouled. So that'll stop the clock, and we're headed for free throws. Foul is on Kyra Hargrove, her second. At the line is Michaela Scott. First free throw is good. 7 points tonight for Scott. She's 2 of 3 from free throw range.
And she'll make 2 here. Lead back to double digits, 11. 5:33 to play. Here's Sierra Trotter. Hargrove front and center. Honey finds a way to create space. A heartbreaker off the rim. Picked up by Clark. 5:13 to play. Lady Colts on the move. Inside is Jefferson. 10 on the shot clock. A 3 for Ellison. No! Picked up by Honey. Here come the Nighthawks. Time's not on their side. Trotter loses the rock. Picked up by Jackson, coming the other way. Atkins fights for a steal, can't get it. 4:37 to play. Cossatot playing keep away. Jackson fires to Clark. Long 3 on its way. It's good. LaQuisha Clark. And she'll cross into double figures with 11. Sierra Trotter looking the answer back. What a tray for number 3. Trotter's first points at tonight's contest. The lead is 11, 4 minutes remaining. These teams have played a tough game tonight. You can tell they're gassed here in the final minutes of today's game. Scott's three-pointer is blocked by Atkins, picked up by Hargrove, and Atkins is down. We're going to have an official timeout. And the leading scorer for the Nighthawks is going to have to take a moment to get worked out by the training team. Katie Walthall's in the game. Clock stopped at 3:38. Vavra and Trotter trade the rock up high. 10 on the shot clock. Trotter has to reset. 5 on the shot clock. Out to Honey. She's going to have to make a move down low. Pulls up for 2. Won't get it. It's off the rim. Picked up by Jackson. Vavra picks up a quick foul, her 4th. 3:10 remaining. The winner advances to the semifinals of the Region II tournament against ASU Mid-South. .305 and counting as Clark makes her way across midcourt. Dashing in, found a space, and she'll capitalize for 2. 13 points for LaQuisha Clark. Honey down low, turns in traffic. She's fouled on the floor. Foul is against Jasmine Ellison. That's her 3rd. 2:37 remaining in this one here in Hot Springs. Hargrove turns and fires for 3. 8 points for Kyra Hargrove tonight. It's a 10-point game. LaQuisha Clark and Kira Jackson backed up to midcourt. Knocked away by Honey. Taken by Honey. Here come the Nighthawks. Looking to go coast to coast. It's up and off the rim. Loose ball. Nighthawk basketball. That's a foul on Cossatot. Foul is on number 23, Kira Jackson. That's her 1st. 2:05 remaining. India Atkins is back on the floor. Couldn't have come at a better time, India. 2:05 remaining on the inbounds. India fires. She'll head to the free throw line shooting 2. It's exactly where National Park College wants to be. Time's not on their side. But they're going to look to convert from the charity stripe here. 17 points for India Atkins in this one. It's a 9-point game. Off the rim. Saved by Vavra and a jump ball. It's going to be National Park basketball. 2 minutes remain. Timeout. National Park College will take it with them. 62-53. This is the NJCAA Region II tournament on XZeroSports.com.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home. We're proud to be your community bank.
Back here in Hot Springs, I'm Mark Oliver. 2 minutes remaining in regulation in tonight's contest. The Nighthawks looking to complete a comeback here. Inbounds pass is intercepted. Anasia Jefferson can't finish. Nighthawks come up with the basketball, Sierra Trotter, but they've lost some crucial seconds off the clock. Here's India Atkins. Down by 9, Sierra Trotter driving in, down low, too hard. The Nighthawks may be forced to foul here if they want to keep their season alive. Jade Vavra has 4. 90 seconds left. Michaela Scott on the wing. 1:18 to play. Driving, dished out, 5 on the shot clock. Long 3 won't go. Trotter with the board. The Nighthawks need a bucket. 1:07 to play. Atkins threads the needle. Sierra Trotter for 2. Timeout, Marvin Moody. A 7-point game. We're going to keep it right here. A 17-7 run for National Park College here in the fourth quarter. 1 minute remaining in this action. They need 7 to tie, 8 to win it. Cossatot led by as many as 20 points in this one. And in typical Nighthawk fashion, they found it a way to fire back in the fourth quarter. Could this be the final time we see Amani Honey, Jade Vavra, and Katie Walthall in a Nighthawk uniform? Or will they keep the season alive? 1 minute remains in this battle. Cossatot basketball as we resume play. Trap defense, errant pass, saved by Scott. That one's thrown away, saved by Atkins, stays with Cossatot. That's a turnover. It's going to be Nighthawk rock. They couldn't get it out of the backcourt in time. 49.1 seconds left. On the floor for the Nighthawks, Atkins, Hargrove, Honey, Vavra, and Sierra Trotter. Here's Amani Honey. Hargrove for 3, partially tipped, won't go.
Rebound, Cheney. Looking for a steal. 38 seconds left. Ellison in the front court. Scott fires over to Clark. Long three. Won't go. Saved by the Nighthawks. 25 seconds left. Cross court to India Atkins. And she'll throw it away. Clock stopped at 20.5. The way this game is going, that could be a very long 20 and a half seconds. National Park will be forced to foul. 15 seconds left. Into the front court is Kiera Jackson. Cheney will hold. 8 seconds left. The Nighthawks are going to back off. A great season comes to an end here in the Kettle for the National Park Nighthawk women. Moving on in the Region II tournament will be the Lady Colts of UA Cossatot. Your final score tonight, 62-55. We'll be back to wrap things up here in Hot Springs. This is National Park Nighthawk basketball on XZeroSports.com.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home. We're proud to be your community bank.
Success comes with many challenges. At National Park College, we've created programs that provide the tools to meet those challenges. Experience a university atmosphere at half the cost. Visit np.edu today and find your path.
Each day in Arkansas, many athletes and coaches are overcoming the odds and accomplishing great things in their communities. Whether it's a prestigious award, excellent community service, or overcoming a personal challenge. XZero Sports wants to recognize the brightest stars in Arkansas by sharing their stories online for the world to enjoy. We call these people XZero Heroes, and we believe their stories should be shared with the world. Nominate your XZero hero today by visiting us at XZeroSports.com.
Final score here in Hot Springs. It's the University of Arkansas Cossatot 62, National Park College 55. It's the end of the road for the Nighthawk women, who will end their great 2021 campaign at 5-12, but not before trying to give us another great fourth quarter comeback. They outscored Cossatot 17-7 in the final frame, but just could not overcome the slow start to get the win. Moving on to the semifinals will be the Lady Colts. They'll face the Lady Greyhounds of ASU Mid-South on April 6th, as they'll try to compete for their first NJCAA Region II championship. Leading the way for Cossatot tonight with 17 points, Anasia Jefferson, 14 points for Kiera Jackson, 13 for LaQuisha Clark, 8 points for Michaela Scott, 6 for Kaylee Brooks, and 4
for Jasmine Ellison. For the Nighthawks, it was 18 points out of the freshman, India Atkins. Imani Honey will end her Nighthawk career with 9 points in this contest. Kyra Hargrove finishes with 8. Jade Favre calls it a career in Nighthawk blue with 6 points tonight. 5 points for Jasmine Keener, 5 points for Sierra Trotter, and 2 points apiece for Essiana Bennett and Liliana Fehrenbacher. A great season for Marvin Moody's women comes to a close. We hate to see it, and we wish the best of luck to 3 super sophomores in their future endeavors. That's Imani Honey, Jade Vavra, and Katie Walthall. It has been a pleasure to announce your basketball games over the past 2 seasons. The future is bright for all 3 of you. And once a Nighthawk, always a Nighthawk. Keep in touch. We'd love to have you in the booth next time you're at a National Park Nighthawk game. Don't forget, the National Park Nighthawk men are also competing in the Region II tournament tomorrow, right here in the Kettle at 2 p.m. They'll face North Arkansas College for a chance to go to the NJCAA Region II semifinals. The Nighthawks have defeated North Ark twice already this season. That broadcast will be live on XZero Sports beginning at 1:45 p.m. But as we leave you tonight from the Kettle, a great year comes to a close for the Nighthawks, 62-55. They fall. I'd like to say hello to my lovely wife, the beautiful Mrs. Hannah Oliver, my 3 wonderful children, Michael, Benjamin, and River, tuning in to Nighthawk basketball tonight. Tonight's game was presented by Allen Tillery Auto Group, Allen Tillery Chevy Buick GMC in Hot Springs, Tillery's Towing, First Security Bank, and CHI St. Vincent. Thank you so much for your support of the Nighthawk women this season. We couldn't have did it without each of you. XZero Sports is the next generation of Arkansas sports and your home for Nighthawk athletics this season. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/XZero Sports. Subscribe to us on YouTube and ring that bell to be notified the next time we go live. Follow our journey online at xzerosports.com. Back in action tomorrow as the Nighthawk men face North Ark in the Region II tournament right here in the Kettle. Live stream begins at 1:45, tip-off at 2 p.m. But we'll leave you for the final time for the Nighthawk women this season. 62-55 the final. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. Thanks for watching, and good night.